it's me, Shani, and today I'm going to be doing a Snow White inspired vlog. So I'm going to be doing a Snow White inspired makeup look. We're going to be watching the original movie, reading the original book, and just having fun with it. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. I'm going to start with my Thrive Causemetics Brow Gel in Serena. So we're going to do a Snow White inspired look. I am going off of the original 1937 Snow White with the very red cheeks, red lipstick, and then kind of like a taupey gray eyeshadow in the crease. So that's my inspo picture, but the whole reason I wanted to do this video is because of the new Snow White movie coming out really soon. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to like the new movie, but I do like how it's just kind of reminding me of the original and getting me excited. But no matter what, even if the new live action movies aren't the same, I still think it's fun to go and watch them and remember the story that you loved as a kid type of thing. I'm going in with my Thrive Causemetics Eyelid 360 Waterproof Primer just to prime the eyes before eyeshadow. But once I go into eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Taupes palette by Juvia's Place, and the shade that she has, that grayish color, I found it looks the closest to this shade, so I'm going to put that in the crease. I would love to know, are you excited for the new Snow White movie? Are you going to go see it? I think I'm definitely going to go see it, but I just don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I don't know. But I am definitely going to see it, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think it's going to be good? Did you enjoy the original Snow White? I personally love the original Snow White from 1937, the Disney movie. I just think it's so cute and fun. And then I'm just going to take a clean brush and just blend that out. Next, I'm going to do two different colors. So the Focus Eyeshadow Palette number 3 from Thrive Causemetics. This doesn't even exist anymore, I don't think, but the shade Bridget is just a perfect cream, like natural looking color. So I'm going to do that on the upper brow part. But the Too Faced Kitty Likes to Scratch palette, I'm going to take a similar shade, this one here, just more of a white matte shade. I'm going to take that, it's called Pet Me, and I'm going to take that all over the lid just to kind of brighten the lid a little bit. My first memory of Snow White, like watching the original movie, was when I was at my Aunt Nettie's house. I think she was babysitting, and I was so terrified of the old lady, you know, when the evil queen is the old lady, and you know, really scary, and with the poisonous apple and the scary parts, I was just like, this is terrifying. So I remember not loving it as a kid, actually. I was very spooked. I'm going to take a packing brush and just take that lighter white shade on the lid. But yeah, I just remember there were parts of it I was scared of, and now Randy and I just rewatched the movie this week, and I could totally see why I was scared, because there were some interesting parts, like when Snow White goes to, like when she's going through the forest, and the forest is really scary, and the apple part, like, I don't know, I could see why I was frightened. I was gonna do some liquid liner, but she doesn't really have visible liner in the pictures I'm looking at, so I'm just gonna take the black eyeshadow called Power Ballad in this palette from Too Faced, and I'm just going to use that to kind of draw a line. Instead of using liquid liner, it's just softer this way. Okay, so I went ahead and did some of the makeup off camera just because it wasn't really important to the look. So I used my Filtered Effects Protecting Primer, then my e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, and then for foundation, I used the Buildable Blur CC Cream from Thrive Causemetics in Fair Light, mixed with the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow. And this just adds a little bit of glow, and it's darker. This is a little light, so I just kind of wanted to mix these two together. And then I went in with my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, and I just put some bronzer on. This is a cream bronzer. And next we're going to go into blush, and so blush is important just because she has more of those rosy cheeks. So I'm going to go in with my Thrive Causemetics Dione Brick Red Shimmer Blush. I think this is really my only cream blush that's a red tone, but we're going to go in with that. I don't often wear red blush, but I think for this look it's gonna be cute. But thinking more on it, I think I did like the original movie when I was little. I think I was just scared of it a little bit with those scary parts, but I think I still liked it, and it felt like something an older kid should be watching. And so I think I liked it because it was a little taboo, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be watching this, but I like it. I don't know. Like, I liked a lot of the aspects of it, like her singing and stuff, and the dwarfs, but I think when I was little, I was like, should I be watching this? Like, this seems scary, but I don't know. It was like something fun to do at my Aunt Nettie's house, and I remember, even though I was scared of it, I think when I would go back there to when she would babysit me again, like once I was a little bit older, I wanted to watch it again. So I knew she owned it, so I was always like, can we watch Snow White? Like once I got a little bit older. Okay, now we're gonna go in with concealer. Actually, I'll probably powder off camera, so I'm gonna use the Thrive Causemetics Creaseless Concealer in Fair Cool on the under eyes, and then the Pat McGrath Light Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring under eye powder underneath. And then after that, I'm going to try out the Kosas Breezy Cloud Set powder. This is a mini that I have, so I've never tried this one out, so maybe I'll give this a go. So the under eyes are done. I was gonna powder off camera, but I figured because this is a new powder I'm trying, maybe we should just do a first impression with it and I can film it. Hopefully I like it. I'm very picky with powders, particularly on my nose. I'm a little, like my T-zone area, I'm a little picky with powders just because I have pores on my nose that are more visible. Sometimes I try to exfoliate, but you know, I still sometimes am sensitive about how foundations look on my face or on my like T-zone area, and so far this is actually looking really nice. I just applied it to the rest of my face. Overall, I'm liking it so far. I don't know if it's my favorite powder ever, but I do like what it looks like so far. I wanted to mention though, I got the smaller one because I wasn't sure how I'd like it, and it is literally so small. I don't know if you can tell. I don't like how small the sample size is because it was still like $17 or something, so very tiny, and it came with this part like unattached, so it's not good for travel. I feel like it would break. So that was disappointing, but overall I do like the powder. Maybe I'll buy a full size. We'll see, but first impression was a good one with this. We're going to go back to the eyes. I'm going to go into that taupe color and very, very lightly do a little line underneath. But for the inner corner, I'm going to use the same light white matte shade from this palette here and just do that in the inner corner. I don't want to do a shimmery inner corner just because I don't see any shimmer in her eye look. It's also funny because growing up my mom always called me Snow White because of my fair skin and my dark features, and for Halloween I always wanted to be different princesses. Growing up I was always into the princesses, but never Snow White. I never wanted to be Snow White. Maybe it's just because like I don't know why, but I just wanted to be Belle. That was my big one. I always wanted to be Belle, and my mom always called me Snow White, and I would be like, no, I want to be Belle, because I think that was my favorite at the time. But it's just funny because my mom always called me that, and then now, fast forward to now, I am called Snow White often at work because I don't know, I do have a singing background, so I love to sing, and I don't do it much anymore, but I definitely used to sing a lot. And I love princessy things. If you see my room, it's just very like princessy, and so a lot of people at work will call me like a princess or like Snow White. And so it's so cute. And I actually do really like it when people call me that. I think it's very sweet. And so now I'm like, maybe I should have dressed up when I was little as Snow White because I do like her look. And yeah, maybe I need to cut my hair too. I tried to clip my hair back. I don't know if it's working. It's just for fun. So let's go to blush. I did my mascara and a powder bronzer, but next I'm going to go into the Clown Blush palette, and this is from Likely Makeup, and I think it's the only red blush I own, or one of the only ones. I have this shade here. It's called Circus, and it looks super dark right here, but I promise on the skin it isn't as crazy. I also didn't really have clothing that matches a Snow White look, so I just wore this blue sweater because I figured it kind of looked like the color of her dress a little bit. I don't know. That's what I went with today, but I'm really loving the eye look. I feel like cool tones are always a nice option for me, so I'm enjoying the look. Okay, so the cheeks look kind of crazy, but I think we should do the lips, and then if we need to tone down the cheeks after that, we will. But for the lips, I'm going to go in with this Beauty Vault Natty Nat color. I think it's my darkest red lip liner. And then the Thrive Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Maya. I went through all my red lips, and I think these are the ones that are the most Snow White looking. So we're going to go in with this. I wanted just like a classic dark red lip, not too warm tone, just more of that perfect red. Now we're going to go in with the lipstick. These have like a nice vanilla smell. I love it. Here is the final look. What do we think? I really love the cool toned eye, the really bright red cheeks with the red lip, of course. Really fun. I don't know, I like it. Randy and I are about to watch Snow White. I'm so excited. We're gonna watch I think it's 1937, the original Disney version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And of course, while we're watching, we have to eat an apple. So this is a Honeycrisp apple with some peanut butter I'm gonna put on it. Perfect snack for a Snow White watch, and I'm just so excited. I have sensitive teeth, so I don't like biting into an apple, so Randy always cuts the apple for me, which is so sweet. Good thing it's not a poisonous one. We just finished the movie and it was so good. This is actually the record I have, but love the movie. Like, come on. It's so cute. I love all her animal friends that are in the movie. And of course, the dwarfs. The songs are so cute. It was honestly darker than I remember. Like, the queen is just terrible, wanting her dead and the whole thing. Here is what the back of the record looks like. So cute. I love all the songs, really. I feel like Hi Ho is one of my favorites. Whistle While You Work and I'm Wishing. And of course, Someday My Prince Will Come. They're all so good. Next, I want to show some vintage makeup related to Snow White. So this is a LeJac face powder box, and I believe it's from the 40s or 50s. It's by the brand Keystone, and I love the image on it with the girl looking in the mirror. And she almost looks like Snow White. I could see it. If you look on the back, look at the name of the shade. It is Snow White. I love how it's named Snow White. There's powder getting everywhere, so that's why I keep it in this box. But yeah, I wanted to show this one because I think it's so pretty. Next we have the Blair Snow White Bleaching Cream. Helps make the skin look smooth and fair. From Virginia. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it's from the 40s. And yeah, pretty controversial because it's a bleaching cream, but it does have the word Snow White on it, so I wanted to show it. Here's the back. And I believe when I was researching this, I found that this had mercury in it, so I've never opened it, and I never will just because I think it's pretty toxic. Next, I have this powder tin from the 30s, I believe, and it is rather large and it's so pretty. And it just reminded me of Snow White. It's not called Snow White or anything. It just reminded me of it because of the, I don't know if these are grapes or apples that are hanging that she's picking from. And she has the brunette hair. I just love this tin, and yeah, it kind of reminded me of Snow White. Next is a vintage blush I think Snow White would like. It is the Heather Rouge True Red blush from the 1940s. There's the little puff. And look at that gorgeous red color. It is such a stunning blush. I have swatched this on my channel and it comes out just as pigmented as it looks. It is so pigmented, such a pretty red color. And I think Snow White would wear this. And I also read the Grimm's Fairy Tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs little story in here and loved it. So if we're looking in the book, it says that Snow White has skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and her hair is as black as ebony. And so I tried. I tried my best. I don't know about my fake short hair, but this is the final look, and yeah, I'm just so excited to see Snow White, the new movie, and this was a really fun look to recreate. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Snow White inspired vlog, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.